Hey guys, Jengar here. Welcome to today's realistic review in which we are taking a look at the I-16 Type 10 sitting at 1.7 battle rating, I think. God damn it, I didn't write it down. Bloody hell. Yeah, I think it's 1.7 battle rating. The other ones are higher, the later ones, and the first one I think is 1.3. So let's keep it at 1.7 battle rating. If I'm wrong, correct me. The I-16s, they are fun planes to fly. Of course, we are flying rank 1 Soviets, as last month I spent all my requests from Gaijin in the partnership program. So I had to wait. It is October now, but I had already started flying these as I didn't have all the rank 6 Swedes that we also still need to do. But first I will get you this rank 1 Soviets. We'll do the rank 6 Sweden after that, and then the Swedish will be finished, and we'll continue with the Soviets rank 2. And somewhere along the line, I'll give you a new poll to see which nation you want next. And yeah, so we'll see about that. But for now, we have been flying Soviets rank 1, and we have flown the I-16 Type 10 as well. We had a lot of fun in it with the squad, and had a few good matches in it. We also had a good surprise at the end there. In the later end of this video, we by accident we up-tiered to 4.7. One of us took the wrong plane, a 3.7 plane, and we got an up-tier. So with this 1.7 battle rating plane, we got into a 4.7 battle rating match, and I will not give anything away, but it was entertaining with a surprising end. You'll see that a little bit later. Let's go into the plane first. The maximum speed in this plane at sea level without web is 406 kilometers an hour, and with web 421. At 4,500 meters, this is 356 kilometers an hour without web, and 356 kilometers an hour with web. There is no difference after a certain altitude. I think it's about 3,500 meters. At 6,500 meters you have 305 both with and without web, so there is also no difference there. Definitely, so the war emergency power is useless to you at higher altitudes, and of course your pilot will also be freezing his balls off, so not something you want to do. We got to think about the pilot, right? It's got to be comfortable. But yeah, on the lower altitudes, below 3,500 meters, this plane performs very nicely. And it's a great turn fighter. That is absolutely the case. I have a top speed in a dive on this plane of 665 kilometers an hour before she redlines, and 725 before she rips apart. Now this is god damn it, somebody's calling me while I am recording this shit. Can you believe it? Nah, yes you can. Well, I threw it away. Top speed in the dive, as I said, before she rips apart, 725 kilometers an hour. The red line lies at 665. Yeah, okay, the window between the rip speed and the red line is not very big. It's actually on the shorter end. It's not that good, that difference. So when you reach the red line, you definitely want to get the hell out. It is definitely possible though, because it doesn't rip apart that quickly. Is it the effective dive speed with the control stiffening? Where does it start? Well, the compression starts at 400 kilometers an hour in the roll rate. Significant tick, and then at 600 you get another one, but that one is a smaller tick to the maneuverability. So you start to compress at those speeds more and more. At 600 you still have reasonable roll rate, so you can definitely roll out of a dive. You don't have to be very careful to not be able to roll out of a dive, for example, and crash into the ground. Most of the time you still will have enough control in this plane. It doesn't compress that badly. The stall speed in this plane is 90 kilometers an hour, which is good. Yeah, it is definitely good in the vertical stall speed. Fantastic little bugger. The firepower in this plane is decent to good. You have 4 7.62mm SCUS machine guns, with the inner pair running with 650 rounds and the outer pair running at 900 rounds. You also have 2 sets of rockets that you can mount on the wings and give you some either ground pounding options or some bomber splashing options, which is also nice to do with rockets. Although you do have to have your aim on point for that with those rockets. Takes a bit of practice to shoot them correctly. Now the ammo load of these guns I find excellent. Anything above 500 rounds per gun is excellent. And fantastic, those outer pair with 900 rounds. But if that would be for everything, it would be fantastic. There's a difference there between excellent and fantastic. But anyway, the ammo load is nice. You can spray a little bit, and yeah, it gives you some room to maneuver. And it also often takes you to the end of the match without a problem. Acceleration in this plane is good, both in a straight line and in a dive. And the energy retention is in the horizontal above average, and in the vertical she's average. So it's a little bit better in a straight line when you come from a dive to hold your speed, but in the vertical she does lose speed relatively fast, although I would still call it average. There's a lot of planes at this battle rating that don't have the best energy retention, and it's only 1.7 battle rating, so she will be facing a lot of biplanes as well, which usually don't have the greatest energy retention because of all the wings and all the extra stuff on the plane that creates a lot of drag. So yep, there is that. We also have a climb rate on this plane, which is also average. It doesn't climb too well. There's quite a few biplanes that climb better than this plane, but it isn't atrocious. But yeah, I mean, especially in up tiers, you're gonna get a lot of planes that can outclimb you. But there's something to deal with. This plane is excellent in the small quarters, in the dogfighting options, and if you get an up tier, you're definitely better than most planes. If you get a down tier towards the biplanes, yeah, you have to be careful. There's quite a few biplanes that can outturn this plane, so really depends whether you have an up tier or a down tier, whether this plane is maneuverable or not. And in the case that you face the biplanes, you can better boom and zoom in this plane because it does have it has faster speed than most of the biplanes, so that's a good place to use this plane as a boom and zoomer and an energy fighter, as it is often superior in those roles than the biplanes, with an exception here or there, but you know what I mean. The roll rate, where was I? Yeah, oh yeah, the turn time, decent, good with flaps. Flaps rip off very quickly at 300 kilometers an hour, which is quite a rapid flap rippage. You can use them only very sparingly at low speeds to help you a little bit come over the top of a loop, or to help you in a sustained turn fight once you lost your speed already anyway. That definitely helps. We're in the up tier, by the way, if you haven't noticed already. Oh god. The roll rate in the plane is good, so overall maneuverability I would say is good. Overheating in this plane is atrocious. Soviet planes in the rank 1, I didn't remember that, but both the I-15 and this I-16 have atrocious overheating, especially with web. Web usage is not recommended in a turn fight, in a dogfight, because it does heat up very quickly. If you use it a lot in a dogfight, you'll have a problem. Cools down not too quickly either, but more quickly than the I-15, so it's less of a trouble to get your engine to recover. Durability in this plane is good. It can take a hit or two if anything is hit but the fuselage near the pilot. Of course, it's an open cockpit, not a lot of armor on her, especially from the front, and yeah, you gotta be careful. You are vulnerable for 2 pilot snipes in this plane. Quite obvious with the with the open cockpit. Not that glass helps a lot, but yeah, no armor helps even less. So this plane, man, it is a fun little bugger, turn fighter, brawler. very nice in a corner. If you see here in this up tier, we are killing people left and right. Why not? 1.7 at 4.7 battle rating. I mean, people have done bigger up tiers, I realize that kind of stuff. But it takes a lot of rounds to get some good stuff going. Or maybe sometimes it doesn't. Like here, we're doing great. There we go, maneuver kill. Thank you, goodbye. And this maybe could have been something more if I had my aim on point a little more. We've got a Kai 43 as well coming in. Interesting. Very, very interesting. P51 is turning with me. Now that is definitely not a good idea. And another hit. With a little bit more luck I could have shot him down and focused on the Kai 43 here. Which also is maneuverable, but me with flaps at this low speed, I have no trouble maneuvering with him. And I think I could have taken him out, but the P51 is incoming. We need to turn. And we disconnect from the server. Yes, we did. I'm not just freezing the picture. I'll give you some proof. Yes, I'd like to return to the current battle. Yeah, that was fucked up. At that moment, and my teammates were watching, of course. They said, "You've been shot on fire, you've been shot on fire." And I was like, no. I've got a frozen screen in front of me. God, I hate it when that happens. I never used to have that. And in the last few months, I've had it twice. Not that that's a lot, but oh well. Skill matters. Yeah. That was nice. Had a lot of fun. Awesome. Hey guys, so here we are after the match. The I-16 is an incredibly joyful plane to fly. You need to forget about energy fighting. Well, it can do it a little bit against the biplanes, but in up tiers, it is a fun plane. You can brawl with her. She has 4 guns. She has a sturdy frame, except the pilot vulnerability, but okay, there is that. And then she turns very well. Yeah, a lot of fun. Just a lot of fun in this plane. Can't say otherwise. There is 4 of them. I would skip the first one, the Type 5. She only has 2 guns. The other 3 are fine, but the I-16 Type 10 is then the one you want to fly because it has the lowest battle rating. The other ones after this one have a little bit better engine, but for the rest they are exactly the same. So a little bit of rocket action you can put on her. Great amount of ammo, good for soft targets. You can wreak havoc on vehicle maps, ground pounding as well. With the rockets, it's great for tank RB as well. It's overall it's a great little plane with a lot of versatility in her. So definitely something you want to visit. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button, become part of this community. If you are already a subscriber, don't forget to like the video, do leave me a comment, and if you really feel like helping out today, make sure to share the video with your friends and let them know about the channel.